Los Angeles County workers went on strike yesterday, but then they began marching through the crosswalks, as over 55,000 union members began blocking the streets. And when they refused to leave, they had to be arrested, wasting more of the city's tax dollars that they're demanding.
Now they are blocking basically access to the 110 freeway, so they definitely they wanted to try and avoid any of the protesters from blocking off the streets.
They will just, handcuff each of these protesters, take them away, take them to jail for processing, and of course it'll be up to the city attorney whether to actually file charges and prosecute. And most likely, again, this is pretty symbolic, and most likely the charges against these protesters will be dropped.
Nothing makes me want your movement to fail faster than blocking the streets, as your issues are with the city, not the citizens, and making your neighbors late to work to punish your boss only advertises your idiocy, again reinforcing why I don't think you deserve a raise. As the more you learn about their protest, the more confusing it seems.
They say they want a new contract and they want better pay.
But the county says it's in a budget crunch and doesn't have the money. How will this impact you? Non-urgent clinics will be closed today and tomorrow. Some mobile health services will be paused as well, including mobile therapy for children. Most county libraries are closed. Some beach restrooms will be closed.
Morale is low. People are overworked. They need to hire more employees and just across the board make things right for everyone.
Now would not be the time to demand the city spend more money, not only in increasing your wages, but hiring additional workers they can't afford, as the city is broke at nearly $1 billion with layoffs coming in the near future. And though the mayor already went to the governor to beg for a bailout, the state's also broke with their debt at over $500 billion. But leave it to the union bosses to pick today to say, let's show them what this disgusting, broken city looks like without us. Still disgusting and broken. Hopefully this doesn't impact who they choose to lay off. Now I do understand there can be positive arguments for unions, but in recent history, they really seem to backfire quite frequently. Back in 2023, the Writers Guild famously went on strike, impacting several shows. And in the next year, those same writers wrote about not being able to find work. And the year after, more massive union layoffs. Kinda sounds like how UPS also had union negotiations in 2023, only for mere months after their new deal, they also cut a bunch of jobs. Fast forward a year later with more layoffs, except they're blaming Trump. As I can somewhat understand demanding a raise if your industry is bringing in massive amounts of money, and you're these uniquely skilled workers that everything is contingent on, but not if you're constantly underperforming, going broke, or becoming obsolete just at the cusp of being replaced with emerging technology. But that's exactly what's happening, as the California Fast Food Workers Union is celebrating the county workers' strike, forgetting that also in 2023, the McDonald's workers went on strike. And now many of their locations have introduced automation, and even using AI to provide customer service, with competitors like Wendy's doing the same exact thing. And Taco Bell is also implementing these self-serve kiosks, with the same exact fast food workers union today celebrating their Taco Bell workers' strike. And as someone that worked in fast food for over 4 years, I can somewhat sympathize with how hard that job is. But in California, they already make $20 an hour, which goes to show that you can never make them happy until they completely topple the system into something unsustainable. As right now in California, if I just want 2 regular meals from Carl's Jr., it's over $30, and that's minus a cashier and me just picking it up. But the new mayor in Oakland wants a $50 minimum wage.
You're calling for a $50 an hour federal minimum wage. Can you explain how that would be economically sustainable for small businesses? You have 60 seconds.
First, let me say I owned and ran a small business for 11 years. I created hundreds of jobs.
And I'll save you the time. She never explains why this will work, just that she used to run businesses in California. And I don't believe she ever paid $50 to her entry-level workers, just that her businesses were paid for by the taxpayers, getting no-bid contracts and grants for minority and woman-owned businesses. And it seems like I'm drifting off topic, but I'm not, as this is the exact nonsense that stops hospital workers from getting raises for several years where they barely make more than McDonald's cashiers. But these types don't think to vote out their socialist leadership, collapsing the system around them. They think they can fix it by throwing a fit and blocking the streets. So if you appreciate my concise commentary, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out the videos on what happens when these protesters actually try to fight.